DonInLondon, hello. It's March 26th, 2010, and it's already got to the afternoon. Busy morning. I'll share about that in a moment. My video is all about recovery from addiction to either substance or behaviour, and believe you me, we can be addicted to anything in this life. My substance, alcohol; my behaviour, equally addictive: work, relationships, collecting, materialism, trying to look right, trying to get the next job, worried about what other people thought of me, not really understanding much about how to make life possible and experience happiness in the moment of now. And 35 years of drinking, 35 years of trying to be whatever I thought I ought to be, rather than trying to find out what it's like to be me. And there is a big difference in how we conduct ourselves in life. So for me, a lot of the time in my formative years, relying on things outside myself to fix me. So if it wasn't alcohol, like I say, it could have been work, relationships. My happiness was contingent on external factors. And often we're all driven that way, to the point of distraction, and I didn't know how to switch off. So I kept on trying to be perfect, and the result was I was never perfect, I was never satisfied, and I was always worried that you would find me out. So these days, I don't mind if you do find me out, because it means I'm going to learn something. And recovery is quite a difficult business. Once we've got to the place of addiction, it's very hard to stop doing something which used to help us. And it could have been many years of helping us fix the way we felt. So not fixing these days and living life as it is means I have to find a place of acceptance of how I am today. And I'm just back from the doctor's, and the doctor says, yeah, not too bad, could do better. And I know that too. I can do better. But, you know, on the main indicators, there is one area where I need some improvement. But given my circumstances, with a fractured foot and other things going on, it's hardly surprising that I'm nowhere near perfect. Thank goodness. So there's more to do, and that's the great gift of recovery. We get more busy, more interested in life, if life affords interest. And one of my other conditions, clinical depression, can overwhelm me and send me into a dark place again. So I'm always watchful for what is going on. So I follow professional medical advice on matters to do with professional and medical situations. And when it comes to my emotional and spiritual well-being, I have friends in fellowship who help me. And that fellowship is AA, Alcoholics Anonymous. And it's quite good, really. I saw 3 people on my way to the doctors who I know, just ambling along. Got 2 smiles and 1 turned away. And the one who turned away was conscious that my association via fellowship might be a hindrance to them because they were with somebody. So I don't mind, and that's fine. Life goes on. So how does fellowship help me on a daily basis to keep with a program, 1 day long, 24 hours a day, keeping sober, so that life can work again, and I can find out what my feelings are, and I can be in the moment of now, this realistic moment where I work out what I can do and cannot do. Well, there is a preamble shared at every meeting of AA I go to, and it reads as a statement of intent about what AA can do. So here we go. Here is the statement of intent, and then I share a bit of literature and what's been going on. AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, is a fellowship of men and women who share their experience, strength and hope with each other, that they may solve their common problem and help others to recover from alcoholism. The only requirement for membership is a desire to stop drinking. There are no dues or fees for AA membership. We are self-supporting through our own contributions. AA is not allied with any sect, denomination, politics, organisation or institution, does not wish to engage in any controversy, neither endorses nor opposes any causes. Our primary purpose is to stay sober and help other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. So that's my primary purpose, and it's never for money. We give it away to keep it. So in a philanthropic sort of way, but an equal sort of way, equality being key in recovery. No one's bigger, smarter or better than anybody else. we all have something to share, and that's the wisdom of how we got to sobriety, and then how we keep sober. So mine is just one message of millions. So if you don't hear what you feel is helpful, there are always other people in fellowship and in meetings you can share with. And I share that I'm part of the fellowship of AA simply because I am. I don't represent it, never can, never will, full of unique, authentic people like me, just learning how to live for today and to be in the world. So, how is my emotional and spiritual balance today? Well, it's pretty good. I had a bit of a kick in the teeth earlier, although I didn't actually. Somebody put the phone down on me, and it was because I was suggesting that whilst they were resenting the world, the reason why they were able to keep on resenting the world was simply because they were resentful about their own personal situation, not enough self-esteem, and a bit too much ego. So ego tends to tell us that we should be doing better, that people ought to be taking more account of us, paying us more, giving us more attention. And the answer is, we get what we are given based on what they can give. And if we complain and resent, it's because we let it keep on happening without saying anything. And then we resent because they say, no, we can't change the way we feel, and we can't give you any more money. So if we stick with the situation and remain resentful, we are resentful at ourselves more than anything, because people don't value us enough. So the answer is, move on. Now that sounds like an easy thing to say. It's not. It's the hardest thing in the world, and it's the thing I didn't do which caused me to have a nervous breakdown. So my life changed completely because I did move on in the end, and it was a tough thing to do. So life is always difficult, but that's just the way it is. So daily reading for today. In this book called Daily Reflections, 1 page a day always helps me, and the month of March is always about letting go and letting good. So if we let go of resentments and let good happen, make good choices, we have a starting point. And it says here for March 26th that the teaching is never over. And it talks about God too. So it doesn't have to be God, it can be good conscience or a higher power of your understanding, which is often the wisdom learned from other people. So as you understand it. So here it says, abandon yourself to God as you understand God. Admit your faults to Him and to your fellows. Clear away the wreckage of your past. Give freely of what you find and join us. We shall be with you in the fellowship of the Spirit, and you will surely meet some of us as you trudge the road of happy destiny. May God bless you and keep you until then. So it's important to know it's about your understanding of God, and for me God is truth, the absolute truth, not my version. God is love, and God works through people. So truth, love and wisdom from others is what keeps me spiritually connected to the moment of now. It goes on to say, these words put a lump in my throat each time I read them. In the beginning it was because I felt, oh no, the teaching is over, now I'm on my own. It will never be this new again. Today I feel a deep affection for our AA pioneers when I read this passage, realizing that it sums up all of what I believe in and strive for, and that with God's blessing the teaching is never over. I am never on my own, and every day is brand new. And what more could we ask for? To be included, part of and loved, and be able to love back. That's the essential of life. So when we understand what we can and cannot do on a daily basis, and I need reminding constantly sometimes, through the Serenity Prayer, life starts to work for me, just for today. And that Serenity Prayer reads as this, or sounds like this. God, or in good conscience, grant me the serenity to understand, to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference is always just for today.